Welcome back to the Gourmet Extravaganza, everyone. Part 2 of such, to be exact. So do yourself a favor and watch part 1 here to learn about new mob drops, ingredients, crops, and more, as while we did cover a select handful of recipes last time, that is all that we're doing here today. So buckle up. There won't be any fooling around in the kitchen this time around. But in case this is your first experience with the Gourmet Extravaganza here, know that Math99, Default, and an absolutely lovely team of folks have worked to bring it to us, and there are 73 new foodies, thousands of new voice lines, great art, and more. So you're in for a treat. Let's eat. And we'll start with some of the more interesting courses, like the knackwurst sausages here. Pig butts, chili powder, meat, and a filler that is not a twig will result in a food item that will restore 25 hunger, 5 sanity, and 6 health to munch, all the while increasing our temperatures ever so slightly to boot. But that's not all, actually. Eating knackwursts offers a 10% chance to receive a treasure map that doesn't actually lead to any treasure, mind you, but it still will trade to the Pig King for 20 gold. So stuff your face and get rich while doing it. Good stuff. But next comes a calamari delicacy with its recipe of monster meat, a tentacle spawn if you can believe it, and 2 fillers that cannot be twigs. And a calamari delicacy will restore 49 hunger, but still hit us for minus 10 sanity and minus 6 health, which ain't great. That said, however, its hidden perks will make it so weapons and tools will not slip out of our hands when really wet, plus we will lose no sanity when overly wet if one has been consumed. Just mind that both of those perks will only last for 3 minutes. But a bag o' candied fish is next, and at the cost of some corn syrup, a new ingredient showcased in part 1 in case you're new here, fish, and some fillers that once again cannot be twigs, we can experience speed, folks. Lots of speed. Along with restoring 25 hunger and 33 sanity, a bag o' candy fish will increase our overall movement speeds by 33% for 4 minutes. Not bad. And in a similar vein comes some incredibly sweet taffy that will set us back at least 3 corn syrups, but toss in a filler after just 3 to be safe, of course. But expect 25 hunger, 25 sanity, and minus 10 health a munch, as well as another 33% speed boost, but this time for 5 minutes total. So zoom. Pomegranate parfait is next, and will require even more corn syrup, a pomegranate of course, and some ice, and will restore 18.75 hunger, 15 sanity, and 3 health, a cold fruity slurp. No, seriously, expect to lower your temperatures significantly when consuming these beverages, and expect that coldness to actually last for over half a day. So drink up. But if you want the opposite, however, then shoot for some hot chili curry with 2 chili powders, meat, and a veggie, of course. Be mindful though, you've only got a little bit of time to eat it in order to actually gain the temperature benefits, as you can see. Either way, it will still restore nearly 40 hunger, 5 sanity, while unfortunately still hitting us for minus 3 health. But turn up the heat. But folks, as for how the Reign of Giants food are gonna go, those were all the recipes with more to give us, if you know what I mean. But what's to follow is still going to be on the menu for sure. Like trifles here, electric milk, fruit, and berries specifically for 18.75 hunger, 50 sanity, and 16 health. A delicious bite is not nothing to ignore. Thanksgiving might still be months away, but why let that stop you from whipping up a pumpkin pie regardless? Do so with flour, corn syrup, eggs, and yup, you guessed it, pumpkins to enjoy 75 hunger, 20 sanity, and 30 health of baking. Give thanks. Meat Wellington could be next with its 75 hunger, 10 sanity, and 30 health a pop at the cost of meat, chili powder, and flour at the end of the day. But just mind the 1 monster meat limit is all, and expect a bit of a rise in temperature per meal too. But what's a proper feast without a pizza, folks? Toss together some electric milk, meat, toma root, and flour for 73 hunger, 26 sanity, and 53 health a slice. Pineapple on pizza for the win. But you know, it's actually been a while since I've had a solid grilled cheese sandwich too. So perhaps a finely grilled cheese is on my list instead. More electric milk, more flour, and some filler that isn't meat-based will result in 39 hunger, 46 sanity, and 26 health coming your way. Enjoy. But boy am I thirsty. How about some mulled punch, yes? A staple of beards come Christmas time, actually. Sip up 16 hunger, 43 sanity, and 4 health, all the while warming up under the white stuff. Just be sure to use some chili powder, ice, and fruit to make your own, of course. But lastly, well, for now at least, is stone soup. Pretty much the wet goop of this mod, everyone. It's 3 ice, and you're out, essentially. But again, while that does it for the new foods of Reign of Giants, we can still expect to see some transferring over from Don't Starve together, like stuffed pepper poppers here, and salsa fresca. Just expect some similar recipes and mechanics for them both at the end of the day. But that's not all. The leafy meat recipes also made their leap back to solo Don't Starve. So expect some leafy meatloaf and its respectable 37.5 hunger, jelly salad, and its whopping 50 sanity per easy to make munch, veggie burgers with their solid sat restorations across the board, and lastly, beefy greens and their ridiculous hunger and health stats. Green meats for the win. But what about green shores, folks? Reign of Giants is done, but now comes the newest Don't Starve shipwrecked recipes, like the caramel cube here. 2 corn syrup and 2 coconuts for a jube that will restore 37.5 hunger, 33 sanity, and a whopping 0 health each bite. Still, it's going to increase movement speeds by 55% for 3 minutes. So what's not to like? Oh, note how 1 electric milk can be substituted for coconuts, by the way. To continue, however, some rainbow cookies come next, with a rainbow jellyfish and some sweeteners being the cost. Enjoy 25 hunger, 10 sanity, 0 health, but also some glow for about half a day after you consume them. So light the way. Seaweed rolls are a thing, and will require 3 seaweed and 1 chunk of ice, as you can see, but expect to lose temperature instantly, as well as over time for the course of about 10 seconds following consumption, but also expect 25 hunger, 3 health, but mind the sanity loss, however. Trap some live crabbits and toss one together with a bunch of seaweed for some crabbit rolls and their respectable 60 hunger a munch, 10 sanity, and 8 health at the end of the day. Or instead choose to get fancy with it by adding some eggs and flour along with a non-monster meat filler for crabbit ravioli instead. 37.5 hunger, 20 sanity, and 30 health each. Not bad. Quote-unquote waste a dragoon heart by adding one together with flour and non-ice fillers for a hearty shooter sandwich, and it's 56.25 hunger and 125 flippin' health restored. Just do note that minus 50 sanity, however, and also note that these sandwiches do last a while, and given how they glow on the ground, that might be useful. But be a monster and hunt some whales out there on the high seas for some blubber broth in order to net 60 hunger and 40 health at the cost of 20 sanity. Blubber itself, obviously, garlic and ice is what you're gonna need. Fern up a fish for some poached fish, and it's 37.5 hunger, 33 sanity, and 8 health restored, which is truly not bad at all, just considering how simple the recipe is at the end of the day. Toss 2 fish and some veggies together for some fish and chips, and it's 37.5 hunger, 5 sanity, and 30 health a munch, and my bloody goodness, how are fish and chips not an actual official thing at the end of the day? Get smarter and gooder with sliced brainy dinner here, and it's 18.75 hunger, 150 dank sanity, but minus 40 health at the end of the day. Go sweet potatoes all the way for sweet potato soup and enjoy its 18.75 hunger once more, but also 8 sanity and 25 health this time around instead. Save room for dessert as honeyed scones are next with their 18.75 hunger, 15 sanity, and 30 health restored at the cost of honey, electric milk or butter, and berries and or coconuts. And finally, get a side of fries by tossing together meat and potatoes for steak fries. Enjoy enjoy 62.5 hunger, 5 sanity, and 20 health each non-monster meat bites. But again, everyone, while that does it for the totally new foods, we can expect some familiar fish to have made their way to the shores of Shipwrecked here in a whole new way. In short, the barnacle recipes of Don't Starve Together are also here, but instead of barnacles, we're using mussels. Mussel nigiri will restore high hunger and health stats as per usual. Mussel linguine boasts even higher hunger regens with a decent sanity gain as well. And lastly, mussel pitas are just an average meal at the end of the day. But the last meal of the day is also not really a triumphant one, but still. It's stuffed fish heads, everyone. Yet another Don't Starve Together recipe that has found its way to this mod. Nothing has really changed about it, apart from requiring mussels now, of course. So eat up. And there you have, everyone. Part 2 of the Gourmet Extravaganza for Solo Don't Starve and all her DLC experiences. Seriously, this mod is bloody massive. This part was longer than the first part, for Pete's sake. Beardo thought this would cover it all, but he was oh so wrong there. But I hope you ain't full yet, as yes, part 3 is coming sooner rather than later. So see you then. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, and I'll see ya for the next course. Bye bye.